Okay, so today's lesson is on surface area. Similar to area that we just did in the last unit, but a little bit different. The area that we did in the last unit was for two-dimensional shapes, 2D shapes. These are for surface areas for three-dimensional shapes. So what is surface area? Surface area is basically the area of all the sides that you could touch in a 3D shape. So what is a 3D shape? Well, here's an example. Nothing too spectacular, but like a box like this. The technical name would be a rectangular prism. And what you would do is you'd have to find the area of all the different sides and add it up. So it's kind of like a composite shape where you have to break up the shapes and then find the area of the separate shapes. And that's what we'll cover in today's lesson. In other lessons, we'll do triangular prisms, kind of like this shape here. Again, we'll break up all the shapes and find the area of each side individually, then add them up. And then the cylinder is another 3D shape we'll cover in grade 8. The Pringles can kind of idea. We get the top, the bottom, and then the wrapper that goes around. Finding the area of those things. But today, it's rectangular prisms. The trickiest part probably for some of you may be drawing a rectangular prism. Let's see if you can pull this off as well as I probably will here. I'm actually pretty good at drawing rectangular prisms, if I do say so myself. Check this out. This is coming together pretty nicely. Beautiful, look at that. Alright, so here's a rectangular prism where we're told, let's say that this side here is 15 centimeters. And let's pretend that this here is 4 centimeters. And then the height or the thickness of the entire thing is 2 centimeters. So from there to there is 2 centimeters. 4 right there, 15. I know it's not drawn to scale, whatever. So how do you do this? How do you find the surface area of this 3D shape? I'm going to find the area of all the surfaces that we can touch. You may have been told in other years to draw a net diagram, and hey, if you know how to do that and you like doing that, go right ahead. But what I like to do is basically color each side, and then when you color it, it kind of jumps out to me and makes me see that side really easily, and then find the area of each of those sides. So I'm going to first start off by doing the front and the back. And when I color the front and the back, this is what I get. Okay, so I have that and that. Now this is this rectangle has a base of 4 and a height of 2. So I'm actually just going to sketch that out and keep with my yellow color. So what I'm doing right now is just breaking up the shapes like we did before in the other unit. So the base is 4 centimeters, the height is 2 centimeters. There's the front and the back, so there's 2 of them, so I'm going to have to multiply this by 2. So the area of this times 2 plus, let me just erase the yellow, and I'll pick blue for the side and side, and I'll color it, shade it in. Again, maybe it's just me, but it seems to jump out at me what the dimensions are, so there's less confusion. Okay, so for this blue rectangle, the sides, we have a base of 15 and the height of, well, there's the 2, so it's a height of 2. So 15 centimeters is my base and a height of 2 centimeters. Again, there's the side and the side, 2 of them, both with identical dimensions. We'll have to times that by 2. Then we're going to add that to, I'll color it green, I guess, the side that we've forgotten, which is the top and bottom. So there's the top, and the dimensions of the top, actually it's probably better if I color the bottom. Making my beautiful diagram here. Okay, so let's color the bottom. The dimensions, the numbers are on the bottom, it's easier to see. So the dimensions here are the base 4, height 15, or if you look at it this way, the base is 15, the height is 4. Like it matters anyway, because you're multiplying, it doesn't matter the order when you multiply. So here's our top and bottom, and we call that base of 15 and a height 4 centimeters, because it was 15 by 4, and again there's 2 of them, so we'll times it by 2. Okay, so now the formulas, just like before, formula, work, answer. The formula is, because they're all rectangles, base times height. So instead of just putting area, because we're doing surface area, let's call it SA for surface area. Formula for a rectangle is base times height. There's 2 of them, so we'll times it by 2. Again, doing right directly underneath, just like we did before. Don't forget the plus. And another rectangle, which is base times height times 2, plus another rectangle, base times height, and there are 2 of them, times 2. Okay, so let's plug in our numbers. Doing the work now, the base is 4 centimeters, height is 2 centimeters. There's 2 of these sides like that, so we multiply it by 2. Plus the base, which is 15 centimeters. The height, 2 centimeters. And again, there's 2 of them, times it by 2. Plus here the base, which is 15, height 4 times by 2. Okay, so that's the setup for our surface area. Then we just do the math. 4 times 2, and then we just follow bed mass here. No big deal. 4 times 2, which is 8. Bring down the times 2. Plus 15 times 2, which is 30, times 2. Plus 15 times 4, which is 60, times 2. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 30 times 2, 60, 60 times 2, 120. Do your work this way so I can give you part marks along the way, just in case you make any silly mistakes. You add it all up, 16 plus 60 plus 120, you get a final answer of 196. Units are centimeters, and it's area, so it's squared. And that is the surface area of this entire object. 3D object. Rectangular prism, the proper name for it. Okay, so it's a lot of work you gotta show, but trust me, when you show it like this, most likely you're gonna get the right answer. Okay, now we have a shape like this. This is a cube. It's the way we know it's a cube is because I've marked with the little blue here that all the sides have the same length, and each side is 6 centimeters. So you could do the whole coloring thing, front, back, side, side, but all the sides are the same. And so when we look at one face of this cube, we know the dimensions are all the same. It's 6 centimeters the base, 6 centimeters the height. Now how many sides are there in a cube altogether? We get the front and back, 1, 2, the side and side, 3, 4, the top and bottom, 5, 6. So there are 6 sides. So we'll times this by 6. So again, our formula, surface area is equal to, again this is a square, same formula of a rectangle, it's base times height. There's 6 of these sides, so we'll times it by 6, and we just plug in our numbers. The base is 6 centimeters. The height is 6 centimeters. There's 6 of them. So we times it all together for our final answer. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6, 216 centimeters squared for a cube. Cubes are easier, obviously, because you don't have to worry about the all the different sides because they're all the same. The last one that we'll do is right here. It's kind of like an office building set up here. So the height of the building is 165. This way it's 22. That way it's 85. So what I suggest you would probably do here is, I mean, for me, I would color code it and sketch in. Okay, there's the top, there's the bottom. Find the dimensions of that. Times it by 2 because there's a top and a bottom. And then there's the front and the back. Find the dimensions of the front and the back. Times it by 2 for the front and the back. And then the side and side. This side and this side. Add up all those areas and you should get the final answer. And I would like you to show me your work and final answer for that question. Then you can proceed to the next worksheet. Okay, we'll hear from you, or you'll hear from me later. Thanks, bye.